Hi boys and girls, today we're going to be reading Soupy Saturdays with the Pain and the Great One, written by Judy Bloom and illustrated by James Stevenson. Do you have a brother or a sister, or do you know somebody who does? Well, this book is going to give us some funny stories about what that can be like. Today we're going to take a look at the beginning part of it. Meet the pain. He's the pain. My sister's name is Abigail. I call her the Great One because she thinks she's so great. She says, "I don't think it, I know it." When she says that, I laugh like crazy. Then she gets mad. It's fun to make her mad. Who cares if she's in 3rd grade and I'm just in 1st? That doesn't even make her faster or stronger or even smarter. I don't get why Mom and Dad act like she's so special. Sometimes I think they love her more than me. Meet the Great One. The Great One. My brother's name is Jacob, but everyone calls him Jake. Everyone but me. I call him the Pain because that's what he is. He's a 1st grade pain, and he will always be a pain, even if he lives to be 100. Even then, I'll be 2 years older than him. I'll still know more about everything, and I'll always know exactly what he's thinking. That's just the way it is. I don't get why Mom and Dad act like he's so special. Sometimes I think they love him more than me. The Great One. Mr. Soupy. On Saturdays, we do errands with Dad. He's good at errands. Today, even though it was really warm, the Pain was wearing earmuffs, big fluffy ones. Our first stop was the shoe store. The shoe salesman took one look at the Pain and said, "We have some nice snow boots on sale, half price." "Why would I want snow boots in May?" the Pain asked. The man shrugged. "Looks like you're getting ready for winter," he said, pointing to the earmuffs. "I'm getting ready for a haircut," the Pain told him. "Oh," the shoe salesman said, as if that made perfect sense. The Pain got a pair of sandals. So did I. From the shoe store, the 3 of us walked up the street to Mr. Soupy's. Mr. Soupy is our hair cutter. You have to be under 12 to have Mr. Soupy cut your hair. In the window of his shop, there's a sign. It says, "Mr. Soupy gets the job done." Mr. Soupy sings while he snips your hair. "No more than an inch," I reminded him when it was my turn. "A big inch or a little inch?" Mr. Soupy sang. "A little inch," I said. I knew when Mr. Soupy was done because he whipped off my cape and shook out the hair. I watched as it floated to the floor. It looked like more than an inch to me. Then it was the Pain's turn. But he was still outside. He looked over at Dad. Dad was in the waiting area, reading a magazine. Then the Pain looked at me. "What?" I said, even though I knew what. The Pain is scared of haircuts. He didn't used to be scared. Nobody knows why he's suddenly weird about them. Maybe he knows, but if he does, he's not telling. Finally, he climbed up into the chair. Mr. Soupy said, walking around him. "It's hard to give a good haircut when a person is wearing earmuffs." The Pain just sat in the chair, pretending he couldn't hear a word. I lifted one of his earmuffs halfway off and talked right into his ear. "Mr. Soupy says he can't give you a good haircut while you're wearing earmuffs." As soon as I said it, I started wondering if Mr. Soupy was his real name. Probably not. It's probably just some name he invented. If it is his real name, I wonder if it's his first name or his last name. Probably his last. I wonder what his first name is. Sam Soupy? Scott Soupy? Zachariah Soupy? Mr. Soupy tried to get the Pain to take off his earmuffs. He made silly faces. He did a wild dance. But he wasn't getting anywhere. The Pain just sat there. Finally, I said, "Why don't you try it with just one ear covered? That way, if Mr. Soupy doesn't cut off your first ear, you'll know you're safe." The Pain didn't answer. "Look around," I told him. "Do you see anyone? without 2 ears. The Pain looked at the kids who were waiting. They looked back at him. "That doesn't mean it can't happen," he said. "Besides, if Mr. Soupy cut off your ear, would you come back?" "The only cut you get at my shop is a haircut," Mr. Soupy sang. Then he laughed at his own joke. I laughed with him. But the Pain didn't even smile. "You can cut the back," the Pain told Mr. Soupy. "You can cut the front, but you can't cut around my ears. Those are the rules." "Okay," Mr. Soupy said, "no problem." "You can do that?" the Pain asked. "Sure." "Won't he look funny?" I said. "Sure," said Mr. Soupy, but he didn't say he cared about looking funny. Mr. Soupy raised his scissors to the Pain's head. As soon as he did, the Pain let out a wail. Wah! See him sitting up in that chair? He's got his earmuffs on. That got Dad's attention. He came over to the chair. "What's up?" Dad asked. Mr. Soupy put down the scissors and said, "I give up." "You can't give up," Dad said. "You're Mr. Soupy. You get the job done." Mr. Soupy sighed. "Bring him back in a few days," he told Dad, "when I don't have a crowd waiting." And from there, we're going to take a break and we'll continue on with it the next day. So far, the Pain doesn't want to get his hair cut. He's got his earmuffs on tight. Who thinks he's going to be able to get his hair cut? Yeah? Well, we'll see. We'll wait till tomorrow when we continue on with Soupy Saturdays with the Pain and the Great One.